Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 8th of February 2022, taking a look at Dash. Dash, I mean, just recently actually, going back to like the 3 week candlestick that formed on the 27th of December. Finally, a complete Ichimoku system on the 3 week chart for Dash. So that is a positive sign. And positive for more than one reason, but positive that it's held the Senko Span A as its primary support level for quite a while, going back to really a year ago, February of 2021, the 3 week candle of February 15th, 2021. That is where it first broke out above Senko Span A and is held, and it's really done a pretty good job of holding that. It's had some dips down below like it did earlier in this candle, but otherwise sitting pretty nicely here. The next one forms in about a week. We'll see the next 3 week candle, but there's a good range to move higher, even though despite it's inside the 3 week cloud, it could move all the way up to 186 before encountering any major resistance, at least on the 3 week chart. When we look at the weekly, so it's kind of a theme that's common across the board here with cryptos right now, is that especially with the altcoin market, is that it's approached, either the Tenkan-sen or the Kijun-sen, and that's where it's kind of facing its resistance. And the weekly chart, though, is very, very, very good for a bullish expansion move here, up and out from this zone. So returning to the Tenkan-sen at 120 and then moving all the way up to test the Kijun-sen and the bottom of this prior trend line around 185 matches up pretty closely with what we just saw on the 3 week chart. That is what I would anticipate the next major move for Dash to be. But remember that the 3 week chart was neutral to trending up in the oscillator. Like the oscillator definitely favored more of a move higher than a move south. And the weekly chart is the same way, especially with the composite index, sitting in very flat territory. Now it's crossing up above the fast average, and if it keeps this angle, it'll move up above the slow average as well. And it's holding the last oversold level in the bull market. So this is the thing that might trigger up a lot of people this week, especially over the next few days, is that this is the weekly chart, but the daily is kind of like, even Ichimoku traders who don't pay attention to the weekly, they're probably looking at this like it's a bearish continuation setup. And all this means here, I mean, it could push down lower. It could come down to 105 and test the Tenkan-sen, but I don't see a huge setup for it to continue pushing south, because the 3 week and the weekly really do point to continued movement higher. And that's what I would expect Dash to do. So downside pressure here for Dash should be limited to the 105 zone. That's where the daily Tenkan-sen is at. But it may just hug the Kijun-sen at 112. And the upside potential, again, excluding what's here on the daily, that 180 zone is where what I see the kind of upper max of that move happening. I cannot talk. It's like, it is Tuesday, but it's kind of like Monday. Anyways, that does it for me on Dash. Thank you all for watching. From all the Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.